The backlog grows past what one agent can carry, so the team does the obvious thing. They add two more. All three agents watch the same label, so whichever one notices an issue first just takes it, and that sounds close enough to a system. Nobody builds anything between the agents, not even a board saying who's on what, because the label queue feels like coordination. That label queue is really just an open buffet, and on Tuesday, two agents reach for the same plate. An issue about a retry storm goes in, and two agents claim it within the same minute, each unaware the other exists. Both open branches, both dive into the same retry file, and they dive with different philosophies. One agent adds back-off configuration, patient retries, spread out, soften. The other reads the same storm and deletes the retry logic entirely if it storms, stop retrying. By afternoon, two pull requests answer one issue in opposite directions, and the third agent waits all day for that same retry file. The first one merges, the second conflicts on every line, and its agent will happily rebase and delete the backoff that's just landed. Reviewers spend the evening refereeing a disagreement between two machines that never met. Count the ledger, twice the work done, half of it thrown away, one issue resolved, and one agent stuck waiting on the mess. Three agents did more work and less got done. Freeze it there, because the exam names all three of Tuesday's failures, overlapping changes, duplicated effort, contradictory outputs. Here is the shape it will hand you. A team scales to three agents and sees duplicated pull requests and conflicting changes. What fixes the workflow? Option A. Add an instruction telling each agent to check what the others are working on before starting. Option B. Run the agents one at a time, so parallel conflicts become impossible. Option C. Adopt an orchestration pattern with exclusive assignment, isolated lanes, and conflict detection between open branches. Option D. Let them all work freely and resolve whatever collides when the pull requests reach merge. All four sound like coordination, and this episode is about which of them actually is. That question parks in the corner while you build what the buffet was missing. This is moment 5 of the workday. Colleagues, the day 1 agent becomes 3, and the questions change shape. First, we'll pick the pattern that decides who does what, then the lanes that keep parallel work apart, then how to catch collisions early. Same repository, 3 agents now, and a Tuesday about to be run again properly. The guide says apply an orchestration pattern, and there are 3 shapes worth knowing, all answering one question: who decides who does what. A coordinator pattern puts one decider out front, so every issue comes into one place and it's handed to exactly one agent. A pipeline pattern chains specialists: one agent drafts, the next one tests, the next one reviews, and there's never a doubt who's holding it. A planner pattern has a lead agent break a large task down and delegate the pieces, so the deciding is built into the breakdown itself. Any of the 3 will do, and picking none is the only real mistake, because when nobody decides, everybody does, and that's the buffet. Our Tuesday needed one sentence of design, one issue goes to exactly one agent, and no label queue says that on its own. The decider also picks who goes next, and nobody was picking on Tuesday, so our third agent sat there all day without a second issue. The guide's next instruction is configure agent isolation, and here that is 2 pieces, a claim on one task and a lane to work in. The first piece is the claim, an exclusive and visible hold on one task, a name on the board every other agent can read. The second piece is the lane from episode 6's night shift, where each agent works only on branches that carry its name in its own copy of the repo. Humans solved this decades ago. Branches exist so 2 people can work side by side without holding hands, and agents inherit the same answer. Claims also expire, because an agent that dies holding one would lock its issue forever, so a stale claim drops back into the queue. Now the sentence that reorganizes the whole domain in your head: agents that share everything add up to one agent with 3 times the noise. Isolation is what makes them plural, a claim nobody else can take. and a lane nobody else can enter, 3 workers instead of 1 crowd. Add agents without lanes and you scale the collisions, not the throughput, which is the cold opens ledger in one line. Lanes make collisions rarer, and the guide still makes you name 3 kinds, because 2 branches in 2 lanes still merge into the same files. Overlapping code changes, 2 branches editing the same region, and you don't have to wait for merge to see that one coming. Duplicated effort, 2 claims on 1 problem, detectable at the board, which is one more reason the board exists. Contradictory outputs, 2 results that disagree, one branch softening the retries while the other deletes them, and each alone looks fine. Detection is one habit, a sweep that checks every open branch against all the others, and you run it early and often. That sweep is cheap, since comparing the file lists of open branches is arithmetic, and arithmetic scales better than apologies. One move per class, an overlap picks which branch lands first and replaces the other, a duplicate is cancelled, and a contradiction goes to a person. A contradiction between 2 competent agents is a design disagreement wearing robot clothes, so send it to whoever owns that design call. Our Tuesday needed a human to decide whether the retries should exist at all, and the collision was the first time anyone asked the question. The parked question back at full size and the buffet has a lot to answer for. Option A. Asking each agent to check with the others, hopes a sentence can act like a mechanism. It's episode 1's oldest rule, again, a prompt is not a permission and a prompt asking for coordination is not a mechanism either. Option B. One at a time makes conflicts impossible by making parallelism impossible. Episode 1's second rule prices it, size the gate to the risk, and stopping the whole fleet is a huge gate for a risk the claims already handle. Option D, resolve at merge, is the cold open on a schedule, because there is no more expensive place for a collision to surface. Episode 3 taught the staircase, the later you catch a mistake the more it costs, and by merge the cheapest fix left is a reward. Which leaves option C, the whole design, one decider handing out exclusive claims, lanes that keep work apart and a sweep for what's left. Same 3 agents, same backlog, and this time the Tuesday produces 3 merged answers to 3 different problems. Every coordination question is one of the 3 collision classes, plus a missing piece of the design, name the class, find the piece. Nothing to memorize, a decider, a board, a lane each, and a comparison that runs early. Here is what you carry out of the colleagues moment. Every orchestration pattern is an answer to who decides who does what, and the failure mode is nobody deciding, which means everybody does. Isolation is what makes agents plural, and without an exclusive claim and a lane of its own, one more agent doesn't buy you one more worker. 3 collision classes, overlap, duplication and contradiction, and each one's got its own move, and for a contradiction that move is a person. Next episode, the fleet meets the night. One agent stalled at 3 in the morning, and the recovery that doesn't wake the whole team.